All right, welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. We are still here, Patricia, Robin, and I. This morning we're talking about young people and ethical behavior. The word ethics basically refers to morals and morality amongst our young people. Rio, what are your concerns about today's young people?
Well, I don't understand, but the only thing I can say is the attitude to these young people have now and the perspective by which they are seeing life, a lot of the fault comes from their parents. Number one is some parents are quick to eat the fruit of the labor they did not labor for.
How do you mean?
Okay, you don't know how your child is bringing whatever to the house, but you are thanking God that God is providing. You did not labor for that.
So some teenagers who are feeding their parents, for example, the parents are not asking questions.
They have handicapped the moral authority of their parents. You cannot even question your child, why are you wearing this kind of dress? You cannot even, right now as we speak, now let me use myself as an example. I'm not saying my mom do not have moral authority over me, right? But if I pick my phone right now to say, hello mom, though I'm a grown-up man, I can decide for myself now, I live alone. But even before I started living alone, if I pick my phone to say, hello mommy, I'm going to Bono. Mom say won't ask, what do you want to go and do in Bono? You know the way parents do. Instead, you say, oh mama, for sure, God will protect you. And okay, I've built that relationship between her and myself to an extent
over a long period of time.
Trust that I'm not going to
do anything until
when I was going to school, when I lost dad and I was going to school, I went myself. Nobody escorted me. For a very long time, I did not come home. And mom was worried because I used to be like the most stubborn child among our children. So I was this person that in the family you see like, now this one go later do court, this one go do yahoo. But fortunately for me, the story was different. The day she visited me in Ife, and then she realized that one of the official MCs to His Imperial Majesty Oni of Ife, she was crying. She was like, she said, the reason why you don't come home. She entered my room and saw that I have AC in the room. She be like, she really told she was Then people started saying, me inside my mind like, you hear so. But then you talk about some parents of today, they cannot even say anything with they can't talk with their children. They don't have the words to even convince their children to do something. They can't stop them from something. And you check it from home. Now you check some videos trending long time ago, sometimes last year, where you see some babies twerking on social media and their parents are encouraging them.
And their parents are the ones recording the video, don't forget.
They are the parents recording the video.
Imagine that child grow up
social media to start wearing revealing cloth, nasty cloth. People will start insulting you. You see what you wear. They won't know that she was brought up
like that.
So there are some children outside you cannot even imagine. Once upon a time, the former EFCC chairman Ibrahim Mago, acting chairman, came out to say they discover association of yahoo mothers. Now some mothers that they want taking their kids out to go and do charm, so that their clients will pay. They know the source of their wealth.
So they are aware that whatever their children are doing is a crime. First of all, they are aware it is bad, and they are encouraging it.
They will see it. So they are the one that are now supporting it. Yes.
Let's come to the issue of morality, especially amongst young women, because despite the fact that you said this much, I see quite a number of young people, Patricia, on social media today, and they just gave me a 1 million naira bouquet. Is a general conversation that you're beginning to see 17, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, put on social media.
You see, I say when I talk about morals and ethics, I believe that it's a personal choice. It's choice. I lost my dad when I was 12, right? And my mom was a teacher, and teacher salary is no way. But what my mother did that impressed me was that she never allowed us to beg outside. You understand? Okay, when you talk about being parenting, it starts from the home. She never allowed us to beg outside. Everything she did, she had to like do the farming.
You have to be contented with whatever she brought.
Contentment does not make you desperate. She taught us that early. And she beats us when she needs to beat us, right? I will go to saying that most of our young children, they were not beaten. She beat us when she needs to beat us, one, and she talked to us when she needs to talk to us. You know, the Yoruba will say, if you say your mother will not sleep, you will not sleep. You will wake you up by 3 a.m. that your eyes is doing chick, 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 chick. Please sit down, let's discuss. Ah, Mama, it's 3 o'clock. Now this phone you are using, we used to have the wall clock. It's 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. Yes, let's talk. Let's talk. What's the problem? You know those behavior that teenagers carry from when they were young. For you start seeing those traits from 5 years, you see it. You see those traits. You see 5 years. You see the one that likes Shakara too much. You see everything they do. She start watching you, and we'll discuss it on the table. Now, why am I bringing back to when I was growing up? It was happening. It was communication. Now, most of our young girls, I see it every day, and I feel like weeping. I was telling someone, if our generation, my generation, don't bring back moral and ethic, it's a time bomb in this country. Now,
Because it looks as if the ones after us don't have it.
our 17 years old girl, social media is a scam. Social media for social good. Social media is supposed to be where we can connect to our loved ones and everything. I used to tell younger ones when I go to speak to them in different platforms, I say, don't look at social media and live your life. You see, when they were looking at Kardashian, she went to law school. After she finished all the display, she went back to law school.
And now she became a responsible person.
See, she went back to law school. You see the misleading.
And then she stopped exposing her body.
She stopped exposing her body. Now, a lot of young persons are watching, because a lot of parents, let me say this, a lot of parents give their children devices too early. And these devices has become really terrible, right? Because I was talking to a 15-year-old girl, and she was saying that I speak to them at night, maybe around 12, because some of them cannot sleep. And like, what I've done, you don't understand. I cannot go back. You know, I'm like, there's nothing you have done that is new. It's not new. Just be focused. Now they see other young person that got married to older people, and they feel that they have to be rich. They must be rich. And sometimes what they say is a lie. Then you come on the social media, because integrity and low self-esteem make you to put yourself out there. Continue to show your revealing body, because you want to be appreciated, you want to be known, because you don't love yourself
So
enough.
you actually think it is the fact that they want to attract attention
That's
that
the word.
makes them want to
Low
expose.
self-esteem.
So, Patricia, my concern really is not just about the attention they want to. What about those who just want to feel among?
That is the problem.
What happens to the days of Iwa buruku, if you have bad friends, something like that.
Bad morals corrupt good morals.
Manners.
Yeah.
You know, what happens to the days where show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are?
Okay.
What happens to the days when people admire,
Good
practically
morals.
admire those who have good morals, those who have, those who are brilliant?
In Nigeria, do we do that? Do we really appreciate good morals, babe? Are you for real?
Well,
Are you saying we don't have-
the percentage of people who appreciate good morals
It's few.
is few. It's as simple as saying, put a secular music and put a gospel artist, and of course you know who people will follow, and you know the kind of video the secular artists put out there. And imagine, there was a day we talked about Bobrisky. As he is like that, he is a mentee
To some people.
to a lot of people.
He's a mentor.
Oh,
It's
okay,
a mentor. Sorry, it's a mentor.
maintain
So you understand. So a lot of people are
so you are
seeing
telling
him
me that some
as
people
a
are being
mentor.
mentored by Bobrisky.
That's why you see a lot of young
You get-
persons behaving like
So
gay
there was a
right
day
now.
he was on live video, and then a young boy called in and said, Mr. Peter. The boy said, my name is Peter. And Bobrisky said, oh, Mr. Peter, how are you? He said, fine. He said, where you stay? He said, Lagos. Where you work? Where do you work? He said, no, I'm not working. I'm in SS3. Bob
see?
ended that video with
That's-
that boy and like, no, go and read your book. It should not be on social media. Do you know how long that boy has been following Bob?
Yeah.
And many other ones.
Yeah.
And many other ones.
Where did he get the data? Where did he get the phone?
And
SS3.
And in
We
secondary
always
school
get
now,
data.
Tony
SS3
said,
now, like,
there's a problem
even
with our
DS1 has a
our
phone
school
now.
right now.
Even with the school system,
Yes, our school
despite the
system,
fact that the school
yeah.
system are not supposed to have these many people in their
And you know the
have
funny thing
devices
is,
at all.
there's this statement that people always used to justify their bad act when you're following the wrong people and they tell you now, stop following these people. You say,
yeah.
if you go chop, now you go chop. Me, I don't they follow this one. One day you will get frustrated to a time like you'll be forced to ask like, babe, what's up? A funny thing, do you know all these good people with good moral, for the very first time that they will try the other
That's
thing,
really
that there will be problem.
Do you believe that I noticed something? Our younger persons, there's this misperception they have in their mind. They see all the social media influencers. Listen, they feel that
what they see.
they no. This is. Or I was talking to some of this youth. They feel that most of them sleep with all the men. You see this idea these younger teens have. They feel they have to sleep with men to make money. You get my point. So it is their see. It is a
But
wrong.
do you know it happened? Do you saw Nedu's video trending recently where he said he walked in at one hotel in Abuja and he saw two of our influencers, female celebrity, having threesome with one of his rich friends. And it was like, oh, is this how it happens?
So you see.
Okay, so there's a particular Nollywood actor who goes on social media to call out other Nollywood actors and talks about how they made their money and keeps accusing and all of that. You see, I say that an adult can decide what an adult wants to do with themselves. But you see, when you now bring this ostentatious lifestyle, this level of immorality, this immoral behavior on social media, knowing fully well that your life is meant to influence younger ones, I say that you are intentionally destroying the next generation of people because
Because you
totally
are always
agree.
condemn Naira Marley coming on social media to smoke
100%.
marijuana.
you are intentionally destroying.
Going live.
Hey, I think that we should invent, like, social media is supposed to be social media for social good. Take all your garbage, keep it in your dustbin, keep it in your house. You want to kiss somebody, kiss out. Do some. You see, it is, if we don't address this issue, it's going to be a time bomb. Very soon, some parents will not be able to talk to their children. Mama elo joko jo. Emma ba mi sọ̀rọ̀, oh, read Facebook ni, oh, read Facebook. Sorry, I'm using, I don't know how to use this one. Can't you see it on Facebook? Can't you see it on Instagram? They are doing it now. Is it only me that you want to accuse? Because
I will accuse you because you're my child.
When you bring, see, that's the problem. When the morals, these influencers, keep your shit at home. We don't need to say it.
You can be a part of the conversation. Hold on, Robin. You can be a part of the conversation this morning. 08093962299 is the number to call. 08093962299. That's the number to call to be a part of the conversation. Don't forget, you can also send us SMS or WhatsApp on the same number, 08093962299. Robin, you were about saying something.
Yes, now that you don't even have to get, when you are getting to the stage of accusing a child of doing something, there is a problem already.
Yes.
There is a problem already. That means you are either you have been suspecting he has been doing or she has been doing, and for you to know, like, you are doing this thing, and like, mommy, can't you see there's a problem already? That child is already into it. Don't just get to that stage. I'm not getting to that stage. I don't have a child. I'm not married. You understand? So, but at least I know what is good and what is wrong. And I was brought up in a very sweet manner. And if you see a lot of us, you see, if you check your mom, she uses the same system idea her mom used in raising her to raise you. So instead of us to now still use the same system to raise this coming and this current generation,
We say the world has
we want
changed.
to
No,
advance.
we say it's 21st century.
Yeah, it's the
Millennium
21st
children.
century.
Yeah, so
we say the world.
advanced,
We say the world.
can't do that
I
again.
totally agree that the world has changed
Yeah.
in a lot of ways because some of us resented our parents at one point in our lives because of certain things they were doing to us.
Yeah.
Those small things that you resented is just meant to help you to take better decisions. Those small things are not supposed to change your total perspective.
It's a choice.
You know, it's not meant to totally change you. These things are just meant to help you own your skill. These things are meant to help you, you know, do certain things. Can we make the number a little bit bigger? Can we make the phone number a little bit bigger so that people can see it and people can be a part of the conversation? Now, you see, everything that happens in our regular lives, we note what we like versus what we don't like.
Yes.
Is it not that we now avoid what we don't like?
Yeah, the
And we
dislikes
continue
and
to
the
do
like.
what we like. So you cannot hate everything about how your parents brought you up.
Yeah,
It's not possible.
because that's the best way they know how to.
It's not possible.
put it when you will get to a stage in your life and realize that. So my mom, do you know at the point I was thinking my mom was not the one that gave birth to me.
Of course, we did.
true.
I
And
True.
did.
I too, you know,
I did too.
born
You know,
me,
because my
maybe.
mom was
I
a
did too.
teacher.
My mom is
My
still
mom
a
was
teacher.
my mom.
Mine
My
wasn't
mom was not a
retired.
teacher, but my mom was a professional beater.
I did anything. We always want our
It's a
dad
teacher.
around.
My mama gets. My mother had
Specific timing.
No, she had cane for different kinds of offenses. So you did not wash plates.
You have your case.
Attracts slap from the back. Inform, igbaju, igba. You understand? Go and kneel down. Punishment. Those are the things you can get punishment
Sit
for.
down.
You did not sweep on
Ride
time.
bicycle.
You get those ones. Punishment. Your teacher reported you.
Beat you and join.
They've beaten you. Oh. My mother will enter bush. Cut isheketu for you. Isheketu is that soft
What of
atoni kind
Bankere?
of.
Bankere so.
You
Bankere
see,
is senior.
Bankere is small.
Bankere is senior.
Bankere is small.
Bankere is like.
No, I don't know.
This isheketu is a branch. It's a tree that you need a knife to cut it. That is how funny it twists.
You can't cut it like
You can't
this.
cut it. You have to twist it.
And it makes sense.
Then you take knife.
And
There is like it's a whip. It's a proper whip. Then it has branches, so she will now turn it and twist it very well into one.
let me say, do you know that our
When they
parents-
wire you one, you will never forget it.
Do you know that our parents bleed on us?
I don't get it.
See, I did some training recently, like personal training. I realized that I was talking to a lot of women. I'm doing research. Some parents bled on their children while they are training them. Oh, mi ò fẹ́ kó bàjẹ́, mi ò fẹ́ kó ṣe báyìí. I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to turn out this way. I don't want. Now, what their parents went through and what they went through, they didn't get to heal. So they bled on us. So we thought that they were hitting us with annoyance,
Yes.
but they were bleeding on us. That's why I didn't hate my mom, because I knew that was the best way. When my father died, that was the best way she could do it. She didn't want to separate us. She didn't want to get 6 kids at 39, and she didn't want to separate us. She was bleeding on us. Then later I realized that it wasn't her fault. That was the best way she could do it.
Maybe it was born out of the
Yeah,
pain.
pain. So now, this is our generation. Now we know. Now, instead of us to now channel love to these kids, we say, let us leave them. Let them not go through what we go through. It's a different idea now. Let us leave them. I will not flog you. My mother flogged me. Go leave. So it is. We need to see. Create a balance.
As the world is revolving, even now, this gender, whatever, in the police, in the NSCDC, now, that you can't beat a child anyhow.
Which is very wrong.
Like they used to beat us that time. My mom will even tell you in Yoruba, "Mi ò lọ́mọ tí wọn kì í bá wí." I don't have a child that they can. I hate it when she say that thing. She's not like, somebody I'm seeing as my enemy already. You are now giving that person morale.
The phone number is a bit small, 080-9396-2299. Can you make the number bigger so it's not as tiny as it is on the screen? 080-9396-2299. People send messages that it's too tiny on the chat live on Facebook. Don't forget that we're also streaming live on Facebook at MITV-NG. But adventure, you're leaving your house and you want to be a part of the show, you want to continue to listen to the conversation when you're not driving, please use your Facebook page. All right, you were saying something.
Yeah, that's good. Now, I was just talking about how my mom, we encourage outsider to torture us and say, I don't have a child, they don't beat to. But one day, my teacher beat me in school. Then I got home, there was a mark somewhere, I think maybe my bag. Then I reported to my mom. My mom was like, what's this? Then she said, what did I do? Then I told my mom. My mom is a teacher. She handled students. She knew I lied in my explanation. She said, first thing tomorrow morning, I'm not going to work, I'm going with you to your school. I said, good. So I thought the way my mom is strict with us at home, that's the way I thought my mom would get to my school and say, I'm a teacher too. I don't beat students like this. Hey! If I had known,
They'll call you
I
to
should not report. My mom got there and met the teacher and said, the way she greeted, I knew I was finished. Mommy, oh no, go buy me. Oh, mommy, you want to join soon? Abiyamo to Tony. Kilo kan abiyamo to Tony. And you not ask. I know say, Mama Dalon.
Jesus. Do you realize when our time we used to go and hand over us to teachers? And again, there's one thing my mom taught us: never fight outside. You see, the parents need to know some certain things. See, we are too busy. Let me be honest. Our parents these days are busy with work, business, everything. You're going to. Who are you working for? You're 24 hours. Do you know that I tell people money is not what you in life generally. Money is not everything. At the end of the day, when you come back in your 60, in your 70, and you don't have these kids around you, you will suffer. If you lose them, you will suffer because they are your money. It's not about the money you think that you are enjoying now. They would, when you don't give them the morals, when they now grow up to a certain age, maybe after 16, 14, 15, 16, they are now like 20, 21, they now realize that, oh, I've messed up. 25, my mom did not say anything, my father did not say anything. They will resent you and they will now abandon you when you are old, maybe in 60 when you need this friendship. Because when our parents get older, they need the friendship. So I believe that they are listening out there and they will be doing something towards this.
We sincerely are talking about this morning because we're concerned about the kind of effects all of this has on today's young person and the possibility that our society can become a better place and today's young person can become a better person. Thank you so much, Patricia, for being here with us. Some of your messages did come in. I'll try to take them much later on the show or when we talk about this again. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Robin, I want to take a commercial break. When we come back, we have another guest in the studio and we're talking music. We'll be back.